finally got around to doing a little bit of planning of what I'm going to be growing in the late summer, early autumn. Going through Veg in One Bed and looking at what I should have done and what I can still do.
Man versus slug.
If we go back to June where we are currently, I should be starting off peas. I think we can do that. Then there'll be space hopefully in the lower raised bed once the full beans come out to plant the peas out. Talks about growing on kale. I should have planted that maybe back in May. I think maybe it's not too late. I'll give it a try, put some kale in. We really struggled with kale last year because of the sort of white scaly fly thing. Need to address that problem, otherwise we won't eat any kale, which will be futile growing it again. If I flick forward to July, because we are nearly in July anyway, what does it say? It says I could start off winter lettuce. Yeah, we could do that. And then it starts talking about planting out peas, the kale, things like that. So hopefully in July, this lower raised bed will start to harvest a lot of that stuff and make some space. Looking forward to August, it tells me to actually sow some kohlrabi. Well, I think I sowed that back in May, maybe April. It was such a disaster. As I say, last year the slugs just ate it all. I wanted to get a head start so that when I plant them out, they're reasonably mature. It describes them as fast growing. I mean, mine have been in pots for 2 months. They're still tiny. I don't know. Maybe I just can't grow kohlrabi. Anyway, so they'll be going down in this lower raised bed as well. Have I got much more space? Of course I have. There's the option to maybe plant some Swiss chard, get some of that going a little bit later in the season, even put in some turnips or some beetroots or what have you. So there's plenty I can start off. I think this week we should probably find some peas, get some peas going. Curious to see how the potatoes are doing, whether they're ready for harvest. We're going to try and scrape away a bit of the soil. See if we've got anything in here. So far nothing. Oh, there's a hint of a potato. So what have we got here? I would say kind of new potato sort of size, maybe 3 centimetres by 5 centimetres perhaps. We'll cover that back up. We'll leave them a little bit longer and hope for some bigger spuds. So after all that exciting planning, we're going to be planting way too much. Got some carrots, some peas, some kale, and some purple sprouting broccoli, which isn't in Veg in One Bed, but it was in the gift set of seeds that I got given. So we're going to be growing the carrots in a pot because they're the little small brown thingies. While the missus plants those, I'm going to be planting our peas in my least favourite seed tray.
You have a favourite seed tray?
I have a least favourite seed tray? Oh, we should soak the peas. Small child, could you go and get a glass of water? I won't plant the peas yet. And this is my favourite seed tray. I'm going to do, I think, 6 kale plants and 9 the purple sprouting broccoli. So what are you doing with the carrots?
Well, I have
That'll do.
This
Peas potted.
Yes.
We've got 3 extra tomato plants. There's not space in the greenhouse for these ones. There probably isn't space for the greenhouse for all the ones I've planted in there in the first place. So we've got some largest pots here and we're just going to plant them out. Obviously you can grow tomatoes in a grow bag, in a pot, whatever. I feel like putting them in the ground in the greenhouse. They've got more space for their roots. They should do better. But why waste these? We'll put them in pots, we'll leave them on the patio, and hopefully we'll just get a few more tomatoes. So we've sieved out some old mud, and now I'm putting a bit of compost in, but we're going to put 1 tomato plant in each of these pots. I would hazard that the one in the big pot's going to do better for itself. Definitely ready to go in the new pot. There we go.
As we get into July, I'm now hiding in the greenhouse because it's raining outside, of course. It's probably a good thing that the microphones died earlier in this video, otherwise you'd have a lot longer video of me and my wife waffling along as we planted the seeds. Why don't you leave a comment? Do you have a favourite seed tray? If you do have a favourite seed tray, maybe this is the channel for you to subscribe to. And if you don't have a favourite seed tray, maybe you should be subscribing. You might find a new passion. Anyway, thanks for watching this week. See you next time.